Alright guys, so what am I doing? I have no idea, but I'm bored, so let's make a video. Uh, yeah, I guess I'm really just showing off what I'm doing with this guy, not so much that guy. I honestly kind of feel bad now because I feel bad because I've taken the bazooka from him, I've taken some beam saber handles from him, and pretty much giving everything that he has to him. I kind of feel bad, so he's kind of almost useless. But he still looks good, he still looks good. Unicorn mode always looks good in the background somewhere, collecting dust. Anyway, that's pretty messed up. But, so I've been just pretty much working on this guy. But I guess I want to talk about what I've been doing with this guy. So, let's kind of pan out that way a little bit so you can see him. So, yeah, I did a little bit of modifications to him. Let me zoom in on him, focus on him. Yeah, I did a little bit of modifications to him, mostly in the knees. I learned the knee modification from Citrus a while ago, and I first did it on him, tried it out, and I liked it. So I was like, alright, let's carry it over and try it on this guy. And and the effect is so much better on him. It makes him look good, makes him look a little bit better, and pose a little bit better. I wish there was some kind of modification for the arms, but I don't think there will be, or I haven't figured it out at least. But sorry, I just woke up from a nap. But yeah, doing the knee modification for him, so simple, really easy. You can do it in 5 minutes. But it really makes his legs look a lot better. The pose is a lot better. I'm not posing his legs in a way so that it shows how much better it is. Well, let me do it real quick then for you guys. So yeah, if you do the leg modification, you pretty much get that much of a bend. Now if you're bothered by that, then whatever, then I guess that's your fault, but it looks nice. I still find that it looks nice. You get a much better bend. But yeah, I think the only reason that would stop you from doing the modification is seeing that big gap right there. But like I said, if that bugs you, then that's your problem. But I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. Another modification I did, not really, is I took these beams that come from, let's come out again. These beams come from Trans Am Riser, high grade Trans Am Riser, and I figured using bigger beams for this guy was much better than using these little puny beams, because look at that. I don't think this tiny beam is fitting for a guy like this. And plus these beams look better, they're darker pink, and I think they match a little bit more with the clear red. Not so much, but they're definitely better than these tiny little things, right? So I took them from Trans Am Riser. Now the peg for the beams is a lot thicker than the hole. Is a lot thicker than that port right there. So I did have to kind of trim down the peg on the beam effect part itself. But it got to a point where I just figured just cut off the peg and just glue the piece onto the beam saber handle. It kind of I don't know if you can make it out, but it kind of goes a little bit over, just a little bit, barely enough. So I thought it was just fine, so I left it that way. But yeah, that's one other thing I did to him. I tried to do some waist modifications to see if that would give me a farther bend, but I pretty much wasted plastic because no matter what I did, it really didn't seem that much of a difference. So I'm just kind of eh. So I'm glad I realized that, so now I won't have to do that when it comes to doing it with Banshee. Now I was trying to make a modification without doing any drastic add-ons or plot plate add-ons to make his waist look better, because there's also that gap that you have to pay attention to in his waist, because the other thing that I figured that would add on to making a better waist, making a more articulate waist, was to kind of extend his waist, make it a little bit bigger. Then I realized, of course, there's that gap, so it would have looked funky anyway. So I just left it alone. So yeah, that's another thing. I'm pretty sure you guys remember this bazooka. I did a while ago. It's done in NATO black. It's not finished, obviously. I don't know what else to do with it. I'm thinking of going full armor and like adding silver there to the ends. I don't know what I'm going to do with the cartridges. I might leave that extra handle gray. And I also need to figure out what to do with the scope, because I accidentally left the 4 sticker in there when I painted this thing, so I'm like screwed. I don't have a extra green scope full sticker for this guy. Here's a little part, the extension. So let me just demonstrate that, I guess, real quick. Oops. Like this. Like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And this was done before my silver plate Gundam marker stopped looking like that, stopped looking bright like that. So and the closest thing I can get to that is silver leaf. So yeah, the backpack, or not the backpack, let's talk about the thrusters, because it's like the reason why I'm showing this off. So, and why I have a clear blue Tamiya paint bottle right there. But here are the thrusters. This is why I haven't really finished with this guy. So here are the thrusters. Right. Some clear blue on the inside. And this was done by spraying, I did it differently. So I kind of did these first and forgot about these 2 extra thrusters that were on a different parts plate. So I spray painted. Well, first I painted the inside. I got a new bottle of chrome because my other one kind of like just dried out, or I don't know what happened. So I used the chrome silver, painted the insides of the thrusters. Then I went over with clear blue, let that dry up and clean up, and then of course there's gonna be like, since I hand painted, there's gonna be like extra pieces or extra paint, excess paint on like the outsides of the thruster. So I cleaned that up, turned these guys over, put them on a little thing, and then sprayed them with silver leaf, a can of silver leaf that I bought a long time ago and never really used. And then yeah, and then I touched it up with, and I cleaned this extra part. I cleaned not the extra part. I cleaned this part with I cleaned all the excess off, and then I finished it off with some silver, just silver, regular silver. So yeah, because I didn't have any. I do have a silver leaf paint bottle, but I figured that if I painted it like hand paint, hand brushed, it would have like dripped either on the inside or the outside, and I was too lazy to find some kind of thing to cover up the inside. So I was like, all right, let me just Gundam marker it. And I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing with these guys. I think these are the ones that go behind his legs. These other ones. Yeah. And then the backpack. So I'm tipping off the insides with silver, and then once that, well, it is dry by now, but once it all like, once I'm ready, probably after this video, I'm gonna, you know, clear blue tips and then put these thrusters back on, and then it'll be good. So yeah, that's what I have been doing, or at least that's what I've been doing with this guy at least. Yeah. Peace out.